Hello everyone, welcome back to Oni-chan. Toriko is currently sitting, fishing. Suddenly, a young man appears. He introduces himself as Komatsu. He came to ask Toriko for help in hunting ingredients. Before he could finish speaking, a fish bites the bait. Toriko happily pulls the fish up. This surprises Komatsu. Suddenly, a bird arrives to snatch the fish. Toriko pulls the bird down to the ground. This makes Toriko happy because he now has 2 meals, while Komatsu is in shock, because Toriko has caught the pincer fish and the 5-tailed giant eagle. So, he trusted that Toriko would surely help him catch the Galala gator. Just hearing about the Galala gator excites Toriko, because it is a very delicious ingredient. It makes Toriko salivate. So, he immediately sets off, and with the help of his friend Tom, take him and Komatsu to the location of the Galala gator. It's only now that Toriko realizes Komatsu is a head chef at a 5-star hotel, because he can smell the excellent ingredients on Komatsu's hands. This surprises Komatsu, because he realizes that a chef needs a good sense on taste, while a Bishakuya gourmet hunter needs a keen sense of smell, and they are experts in discovering ingredients that no one else knows about. But Toriko keeps eating continuously on the way. Now, they have arrived at the island of the Galala gator. So, Toriko and Komatsu start rowing the boat inside, making Komatsu frightened. Because there are many sharks here, Toriko says that they are level 1 capture level, making Komatsu worried, because capturing level 1 requires at least 10 professional hunters, and their target is the Galala gator. It has a capture level of level 5. At this point, Komatsu is still very anxious. Suddenly, he is attacked by a blood-sucking disc. So, Toriko plucks a leaf, squeezes water onto the disc. Toriko explains that this leaf contains salt, which the blood-sucking disc dislikes. By evening, they are still searching for the Galala gator. Suddenly, a barren tiger appears, frightening Komatsu, because this tiger is level 3. Unexpectedly, as Toriko threatens it, the tiger obediently runs away like a cat. At this point, Toriko feels something strange, and realizes there is a beast stronger than level 5 on the island. By nightfall, they both grill the meat to eat, while Komatsu is still worried. Suddenly a level 5 swamp snake appears, thinking it will attack them, but the snake immediately collapses. Toriko notices it has a life-threatening wound, surprising Komatsu, because this snake is at the same level as the Galala gator. Suddenly, the snake is pulled into the water. Then, the monster appears. It turns out to be a gigantic Galala gator. Toriko realizes this crocodile is over 300 years old, surprising Komatsu, as he has never seen such a large Galala gator before. It turns out this Galala gator has reached level 8, but Toriko remains unconcerned. The crocodile attacks Toriko, but he avoids it and throws it away. The Galala gator continues to attack Toriko and sends him flying. Toriko realizes he can't prolong this battle, so he decides to release his gourmet cells, immediately summons a demon, frightening Komatsu. Toriko unleashes his power, turning his hands into a fork and knife. He uses the fork to punch the alligator, and the knife to send it flying into the sky. Thus, Toriko defeats the Galala gator, surprising Komatsu. This is the power of a Bishakuya. Unexpectedly, their battle was being secretly monitored by a mysterious organization. They recognized Toriko as one of the 4 heavenly kings, who defeated the Galala gator. While Toriko and Komatsu grill the alligator for dinner, Toriko takes a bite and finds it delicious. Komatsu, unable to resist, showcases his culinary skills, cooking grilled meat for Toriko to eat, making both of them very happy. At this point, both of them are chatting and talking about their dreams. It turns out Komatsu's dream is to become the world's #1 chef. Toriko's dream is to create a full-course menu. It contains ingredients that no one has ever known. Realizing Toriko is special, so, Komatsu immediately asks to accompany him. Toriko agrees, and both of them continue grilling the meat to eat. By morning, they have finished eating the crocodile, making Komatsu worried, because there's no more meat to bring back to the boss. The next day, Komatsu is excitedly exploring the market, because there are many excellent ingredients sold here. Suddenly, he sees a female reporter arguing with a shop owner, because his fish is damaged, it can't be featured in the new bulletin. Komatsu immediately offers to help the female reporter. Suddenly, Toriko arrives, surprising everyone. It turns out he has bought a level 5 flying dinosaur. Tina, upon seeing Toriko, rushes over to interview him, because Toriko is a famous gourmet hunter. Unexpectedly, they are immediately stopped and chased away by the Igo organization, because they have a mysterious task and want Toriko's help. Upon learning that they want Toriko to find the rainbow fruit, this surprises Komatsu, because it is a legendary fruit. Just a drop of rainbow fruit water can turn a swimming pool into fruit juice. But that type of fruit is already extinct. It turns out Igo successfully cloned and revived that fruit. However, a herd of troll Kong has made a nest near the rainbow fruit. So, they cannot approach to harvest the rainbow fruit, because those troll Kong are giant level 9 apes. Therefore, Toriko decides to go to the 8th biotope of IGO. It is a natural reserve built by the IGO organization. Unexpectedly, Tina has followed Toriko to gather more information about him. Suddenly, they hear the chest-beating sound of the troll Kong, and learn that they are behind this wall. So, the guards cannot open the gate for Toriko to enter. Toriko immediately decides to create a path on his own, to intimidate the troll Kong herd. So, he releases his gourmet cells, and uses the nail punch technique, swiftly launching 3 fast punches to destroy the wall. He explains that this technique is like driving nails into a point, and can demolish the entire wall. At this point, he and Komatsu have entered inside. Suddenly, a troll Kong appears and attacks Komatsu. Fortunately, Toriko timely uses the knocking gun, causing it to faint. It turns out to be a technique that paralyzes the prey. Komatsu doesn't understand why Toriko doesn't kill it. At this point, both of them continue moving deeper inside. They start to smell the fragrance of the rainbow fruit. Toriko explains that this scent is meant to mesmerize animals. Finally, they see the rainbow fruit, immediately frightening Komatsu, because there's an entire herd of troll Kong here. When Komatsu kept thinking he would die this time, the troll Kong immediately attacks them. So, Toriko immediately carries Komatsu and fights against them. Komatsu wonders why Toriko only paralyzes them. It turns out the meat of the troll Kong is very tough. So, Toriko's rule is not to kill them if he doesn't eat them. The troll Kong herd continues to attack Toriko, but he manages to evade and defeat them, realizing the troll Kong herd is too large. So, Toriko decides to release his gourmet cells, to intimidate them. At this point, he sees the leader of the pack. It turns out to be the King Troll Kong level 10. Toriko begins to confront it. Unexpectedly, in the face of Toriko's intimidation, the King Troll Kong behaves obediently like a little monkey, not daring to attack him, surprising Tina, who was secretly approaching. Finally, they both find the rainbow fruit. So, Toriko only picks one fruit. The rest is left for the troll Kong herd. Tina thought this would be a hot news. Unexpectedly, she continues to be chased away by Igo. The mysterious organization is still monitoring Toriko. Toriko has returned to the restaurant and enjoyed a delicious meal. At this point, Komatsu has finished preparing the rainbow fruit, making Toriko's mouth water, because its fragrance is too enticing. So, Toriko starts to taste its flavor. Unexpectedly, he feels like he's eating a variety of fruits. Toriko finds it very enjoyable. So, he decides to include the rainbow fruit in his full-course menu, becoming his first dessert item. The next day, Toriko and Komatsu continue their journey to hunt for another ingredient. It turns out they are searching for puffer whale, because its taste is very unique, but preparing its meat is challenging, because the puffer whale's flesh contains difficult to remove toxins. Suddenly, a Bishakuya named Zanj comes to pick a fight with them. Unexpectedly, seeing Toriko being taller than him, they become frightened and run away. Toriko mentions that there are many gourmet hunters on this train, also seeking the puffer whale. Because there are many strong contenders on this train, they will have to fight each other to claim the puffer whale. Suddenly, an old man comes asking Toriko for some sake. So, Komatsu immediately offers him some. At this point, both of them enter the city, but don't see anyone around. It turns out that this city is filled with many monsters. So, everyone is hiding indoors. Suddenly, a level 10 dinosaur appears, immediately making Komatsu fearful. At this moment, a young man steps forward. Toriko says, "He's here." Unexpectedly, the dinosaur doesn't dare to attack him. It turns out he is also one of the 4 heavenly kings named Koko, making Komatsu surprised. At this moment, Komatsu only just realized, Koko is not only one of the 4 heavenly kings but also a skilled fortune teller. While Toriko remembers the time when the 4 heavenly kings fought together, suddenly, an emperor crow appears. It turns out to be Koko's pet named Kiss, and it will carry them to search for the puffer whale. The mysterious organization is still monitoring Toriko's group, when they learn that Toriko is looking for the puffer whale. So, they also begin to take action. At this point, Toriko has returned to Koko's home for a meal. Koko informs Toriko, his full-course menu already has 5 dishes, and this time, he wants to catch the puffer whale to add to his full-course menu. But removing the poison from the puffer whale is very difficult. Just touching it causes the puffer whale to release poison, and they won't be able to eat it. At this moment, Coco also mentions, besides the puffer whale, deep inside, there's an even more terrifying monster. It is the devil serpent. Even the legendary battle wolf doesn't want to fight it. But Toriko is very confident. They are determined to catch the puffer whale, making Komatsu very excited. Suddenly, Coco makes a prophecy. Komatsu will die. On Tina's side, she is live streaming the entrance to the puffer whale's cave. Suddenly, she sees Toriko, making Tina very happy. She didn't expect Coco to be here as well. But Coco doesn't like being filmed. At this point, Coco sees that many people entering the cave will die. Suddenly, Tina requests to join Toriko's group. So, Toriko agrees to let her come along. The whole group enters inside. At this moment, Toriko discovers some delicious mushrooms. Unexpectedly, Zanj is also here. He lies to Tina that he has caught the puffer whale, but it turns out he is being chased by a swarm of ants. Coco doesn't see the signs of their death, so he believes they will survive. At this point, Komatsu wonders why Coco knows the way in this cave. It turns out his gourmet cells can help him see electrical waves that normal people cannot see. Suddenly, Coco sees Komatsu in danger. Unexpectedly, he falls. Fortunately, Toriko manages to hold him back in time. At this moment, a level 7 cockroach swarm appeared. So, Coco transforms his body into poison, and threatens the ants, making them run away. It turns out Coco's strength lies in using poison. So, his body contains 500 different antibodies. That's why monsters dare not attack Coco. But that's also the reason he keeps his distance from others. Komatsu realizes that Coco is very lonely. So, he tries to befriend Coco. At this point, they are still descending further down. Coco recognizes that Komatsu is a very good person. So, he decides he will protect Komatsu. As they descend further into the cave, suddenly, a swarm of level 2 bats appears. Coco immediately releases his poison and defeats them. Coco realizes that these bats are fleeing. At this point, they discover that Komatsu is missing. Unexpectedly, the devil serpent appears, immediately causing concern for Toriko and Coco, because it is a legendary level 21 monster. Unexpectedly, its roar shakes the entire cave. Tina's group outside sees the cave entrance collapse. Fortunately, she had secretly attached a small camera to Komatsu's hat. Suddenly, she discovers Komatsu is being kidnapped. On Toriko's side, they are under attack by the devil serpent. Unexpectedly, it is much stronger than they anticipated, rendering him unable to move. Coco discovers it can spew acid, while it was about to deal with Toriko. So, he immediately unleashed his muscle power and broke free from its grasp. Toriko continues to release gourmet cells, and uses a cutting knife to sever the devil serpent's hand. Unexpectedly, it can regenerate. So, it attacks Toriko again. But Toriko still gets up. Coco realizes that the cave is very dark. So, Toriko can't see the devil serpent's attacks clearly, and he can only rely on his sense of smell, while Coco can see everything clearly. So, he decides to fight it, to allow Toriko to go rescue Komatsu. But Toriko believes that Komatsu will be fine. So, he decides to help Coco deal with the devil serpent first. On the other side, this guy was kidnapping Komatsu to use him as bait for the monsters, making it easier for him to catch the puffer whale. At this moment, Tina realizes that Komatsu is in danger, but she doesn't know how to save him. On Toriko and Coco's side, they have released their gourmet cells, but they find that this devil serpent isn't afraid of their haki. So, Toriko attacks it. Unexpectedly, its body is extremely tough. Coco continues to use poison to attack the devil serpent. Unexpectedly, it resists, and counterattacks him. Coco realizes that this snake species has excellent sensory abilities. It even has up to 3 eyes. So, they can't hit it. Coco realizes they need to narrow its field of vision. Meanwhile, Toriko decides to unleash his ultimate move. But he needs time to accumulate energy. So, he rushes up to attract the devil serpent's attention. And Coco uses poison to destroy the devil serpent's sensors, thinking it can't see anything anymore. Unexpectedly, Coco gets caught. It turns out the devil serpent has many sensors. So, it immediately spews acid at Coco, melting his body. Fortunately, Coco manages to use poison to cover his body. As he continues to attack the devil serpent, it injects venom into Coco's body, making Toriko worried. But Coco doesn't give up. He releases his gourmet cells, and tries to create immunity to withstand the venom of the devil serpent. Unexpectedly, Coco succeeds and strengthens himself. immediately pumping the poison back into the devil serpent. On Toriko's side, he has also accumulated enough power, enlarging his arm twice its size. He then unleashes the 5 times Kugi punch technique, sending the devil serpent flying back 5 times and defeating it. So, they both emerge victorious. While Coco wants to go rescue Komatsu, Toriko is thinking about how to transport the devil serpent's meat, making Coco wonder why Toriko isn't worried about Komatsu. It turns out he gave Komatsu a secret weapon. On Komatsu's side, another devil serpent appears. So, that guy throws Komatsu to the devil serpent and runs away. Unexpectedly, from behind him, a swarm of giant cockroaches attacked. While Coco is still very worried about Komatsu, Toriko is still very relaxed, and trusts in the secret weapon he gave him. At this moment, Komatsu is about to be swallowed by the devil serpent. Then, he takes out Toriko's secret weapon. It turns out that when they were on the train, Toriko gave Komatsu a special cannon, because he packed a lot of explosives inside, so, it's very heavy, and told Komatsu to cover his ears before using it. Suddenly, devil serpent attacked him, causing Komatsu's earplugs to fall off. Realizing that he was in danger, Komatsu had to activate the cannon, creating a massive explosion that shook everything. Toriko and Coco heard the explosion, so, they ran to Komatsu's location. Coco predicted that Komatsu only had a 3% chance of survival. Unexpectedly, devil serpent was still alive. While Komatsu was unconscious, devil serpent was about to eat Komatsu. Suddenly, the old man who asked for alcohol on the train appeared. When Toriko and Coco arrived, they saw that Komatsu had regained consciousness. Upon seeing Toriko, Komatsu became joyful. Komatsu then explained, a large old man had saved him, surprising Coco, as devil serpent was already defeated, and he guessed who that old man was. It turns out, when Komatsu was about to be attacked by devil serpent, the old man unleashed his muscle power, instantly transforming into a giant. With just one strike, he defeated devil serpent. Seeing Komatsu on the brink of death, he realized that the loud explosion had punctured his eardrums, and Komatsu's heart also stopped beating. So, he immediately stimulated his heart, and regenerated the eardrum for Komatsu. Thanks to that, he woke up. But when he saw the old man, Komatsu became frightened. It was only now that he realized the old man had saved him. Coco then realized that old man was Jiro, also known as Knocking Master. When Komatsu learned that he was a legendary Bishakuya, with a full course menu consisting of extremely rare ingredients, making him surprised, Toriko realized he was the old man on the train, and he went to hunt puffer whale to soak in alcohol. So, Toriko's group continued to search for puffer whale. Seeing Toriko's group safe, made Tina very happy. Finally, they arrived at the location. So, Toriko and Coco quietly descended into the sea to catch the puffer whale. Unexpectedly, it was very large, surprising Toriko, because puffer whale couldn't be that big. Turns out they are a school of fish coming together. Coco realizes that's a way for them to threaten enemies. So, Toriko immediately chases after puffer whale, unexpectedly, causing them to fear and become poisoned. At this point, Coco starts to take action. He uses stealth technique, and approaches using the knocking technique, making puffer whale paralyzed before it could release its poison. Unexpectedly, Toriko can also copy Coco's technique, and use the knocking technique. Thanks to that, they have caught many puffer whales, surprising Komatsu because they caught 10 of them, while Jiro managed to catch a crate of fish. At this point, Coco tried to cut the puffer whale's flesh, but as soon as he touches them, they get poisoned. So, he decides to ask Komatsu for help, because Coco believes Komatsu can do it. Coco mentions they now only have 9 puffer whales, because the puffer whales, after spawning, immediately return to the sea. Unexpectedly, there's a mysterious creature underwater. Now, Komatsu takes out his kitchen knife. Seeing the well-preserved knife, Coco realizes Komatsu is a skilled chef. With Coco's guidance, Komatsu starts cutting the fish, making him anxious as there's no room for error. Unexpectedly, the fish immediately gets poisoned. After a while, Komatsu failed 8 times. Now, they only have 1 fish left. When he cuts open the fish's belly, he sees the poison sac inside. Despite the tension, Komatsu finally succeeds in removing the poison sac. The puffer whale turns golden, making the whole team delighted. So, they proceed to cook and taste the puffer whale's meat. When Toriko takes a bite, he instantly senses the flavor spreading inside his mouth, making it impossible for them to stop chewing. Surprisingly, Toriko's body immediately fills with energy. Komatsu then tries making puffer whale alcohol. making them all very happy. As they prepare to leave, they suddenly see someone rising from the water's surface, causing Toriko and Coco to feel the danger. So, they all unleash their full power, to prepare for a battle with him. Surprisingly, he left with just a net of puffer whales. Without bothering about them, Coco realizes his aura is formidable. While Toriko is puzzled, here is a depth of 1,000 meters beneath the ocean floor. Why can a living creature reach this place? But Coco realizes he is not a living creature. At this point, Toriko's group is safely outside. So, Kiss rushes to greet them, seeing the rescue helicopter approaching. Because on this journey, many Bishakuya were injured, Coco decides to leave first, and he bids farewell to everyone. On the side of the Igo organization, they realize that many ingredients have gone missing. Someone has stolen the rainbow fruit, and they recognize it as a new generation GT Robo. So, they decide to remember the assistance of the 4 heavenly kings. On Toriko's side, the Igo organization came to find them. At that moment, he immediately took the opportunity to make a long hamburger from devil serpent meat. Unexpectedly, he puts the entire hamburger into his mouth. At this point, an Igo staff informs him that this time, they want Toriko to find the meat of the regal mammoth. It's an extremely rare and precious meat that excites Komatsu greatly, but the location is in Area 1 of the Igo, which is a place for researching the resurrection of extinct animals, using a method of asexual reproduction. So, they have arrived at the entrance of Area 1, surprising Komatsu, because it's incredibly spacious inside, and there's even a giant factory. There are many ingredients here that he's never seen before. At this moment, Toriko is getting ready to meet the director of Area 1. They saw a colossal octopus, terrifying Komatsu. It turns out that inside this room, there are many extinct animals, being resurrected by the Igo through asexual reproduction. Suddenly, he encountered a level 3 mussel crab that had escaped from its pen. When Komatsu is in danger, fortunately, a bald-headed man appears. He threatens the crab, making it run away. It turns out, he is the director of Area 1, named Mansam. Seeing Toriko makes him very happy, and he informs Toriko that the Bishakukai organization, they are also planning to obtain the meat of the regal mammoth. Mansam reveals to Toriko, the purpose of the Bishakukai organization's establishment is to control all the ingredients in this world, and their current target is the regal mammoth. Suddenly, they hear the cheers of the arena. It turns out this place is the gourmet arena, where the wealthy place bets and entertain themselves, even involving national leaders. The reason Igo organizes this arena is to take money from the wealthy. Afterward, they went to help the impoverished nations. When the next match begins, suddenly, everyone cheers enthusiastically. It turns out that today, the gourmet arena has a special match. At this moment, many powerful creatures start appearing, all to battle the legendary battle wolf. Mansam tells Komatsu that since ancient times, there has been a demonic beast born, feeding on and destroying everything on Earth. But when they step into the territory of the battle wolf, everything is annihilated by the battle wolf. Now, as the battle wolf begins to emerge, it surprises Toriko, because he sees the power of the legendary battle wolf. Although this battle wolf is a product of Igo's cloning, Toriko still senses the warrior's blood within it, as it instills fear in its opponents. Mansam mentions that the devil serpent has yet to be released, so he immediately contacts Rin, the beast tamer of the gourmet arena. When she learns that Toriko is also there, she gets excited, and mistakenly presses the button to release the stimulating scent. It makes the beasts more eager to fight. So, they all attack the battle wolf together. Suddenly, Toriko realizes the battle wolf is showing a strange behavior. Surprisingly, he discovers that this battle wolf is pregnant. He immediately jumps into the arena to rescue the battle wolf. When people see Toriko, they cheer even more enthusiastically, because Toriko is also joining this battle. Seeing that the beasts are still very eager to fight, Toriko releases gourmet cells to intimidate them, making them frightened and releasing the battle wolf. Now, Toriko realizes that the battle wolf cannot fight, because it is pregnant and about to give birth. It turns out that the battle wolf is a unisexual reproductive animal. Suddenly, the battle wolf is collapsing. So, Toriko informs Mansam to stop this battle. Unexpectedly, King Troll Kong launched an attack on Toriko, and he quickly defeats it with a single blow. At this moment, Rin is trying to fix the system, but she accidentally damages the machine, causing the stimulating scent to spread even more, and the beasts from Gate 6 are also released. At this point, Toriko decides to protect the battle wolf, to allow it to give birth easily. So, he blocks the beasts, even destroying the Colosseum's protective cage. making everyone terrified. It turns out he did this to create fireworks, to celebrate the birth of the battle wolf cub. This delights Toriko, while Rin is trying to restrain the devil's serpent, not letting it escape outside. But its venom is very potent, easily corroding the containment cage. The arena is also chaotic, so Mansam is also trying to restrain the beasts. At this moment, Tina also runs over to film the battle wolf cub. Toriko realizes that the mother battle wolf is very weak. Suddenly, a level 25 devil serpent appears, causing everyone to panic and flee, surprising Toriko. Unexpectedly, the devil serpent easily defeats the other beasts, terrifying them. When it attacks Toriko, he jumps up and cuts off its hand. Surprisingly, its regenerative ability is very fast, and the devil serpent continues to attack Toriko. Mansam wonders why Komatsu isn't running. It turns out he's used to this by now, while everyone is terrified, trying to escape. Suddenly, Mansam sees someone who remains calm, not at all frightened. So, Mansam goes to talk to him. Unexpectedly, he immediately attacks Mansam, thrusting his arm through his chest. Surprisingly, Mansam immediately tightens his muscles, and delivers a powerful punch, but he can still stand up. When the security personnel are preparing to attack him, Mansam immediately stops them. It turns out he is the GT Robo, surprising Toriko, and he realizes that this one is different from the one he met. Suddenly, the devil serpent continues to attack him, while Mansam is enjoying it, wanting to fight with this Bishikukai's GT Robo, making him surprised, because Mansam's body has a hole, but he shows no signs of pain, so he quickly moves to attack Mansam. Unexpectedly, Mansam releases his muscles, and swung his arms like two frying pans, hitting him on the head. But his body is very rigid, and he immediately uses a laser beam to attack Mansam. At this moment, Toriko is also pushed back. When the devil serpent is about to attack the battle wolf mother and cub, the mother battle wolf stands up to fight. Surprisingly, both the speed and strength of the battle wolf are on a different level, easily defeating the devil serpent. This astonishes Toriko, because this is the true strength of the battle wolf. But the mother battle wolf is also exhausted. When the battle wolf cub runs to its mother, the GT Robo immediately attacks the mother battle wolf, making Toriko furious. While Mansam can still stand up, Komatsu notices that his wounds are healing, surprising Komatsu. He even uses disinfectant for his wounds. So, Mansam's wounds heal completely. Now Mansam realizes that the mother battle wolf's wound is fatal, but she still tries to approach her cub, and they realize, although the battle wolf is a warrior wolf, but it is very affectionate towards its cub. Seeing the mother wolf can still stand up, the GT Robo continues to attack it. Fortunately, Rin has used gas to help the mother and cub battle wolf hide. Mansam says this gas not only helps conceal them, but also helps the battle wolf alleviate pain. Seeing the mother wolf caring so much for its cub, which made Komatsu very happy, because it's the first time he has seen this scene. But the one they need to deal with now is the GT Robo. Mansam realizes that it is remotely controlled, through a virtual reality system. Thanks to this, they can go to places humans cannot reach, to search for rare ingredients, and the strength of this robot is actually the strength of the person controlling it. Now Mansam has started to get angry, so he releases his gourmet cells. Suddenly, Mansam senses that Toriko is extremely angry, but the GT Robo taunts Toriko, so he grabs him and punches him down into the arena. Mansam explains that Toriko's anger released his gourmet cells. Now the GT Robo realizes it needs to take things seriously, and Komatsu is surprised, because it's the first time he's seen Toriko so angry. Thus, Toriko rushes to attack the GT Robo, but ordinary punches are not enough to defeat him. Now, he begins to counterattack against Toriko, so he immediately uses a cutting knife on him. Unexpectedly, his body regenerates instantly. When he is very confident with his armor, Toriko uses the nail punch technique 5 times to push him back. Now, Komatsu realizes Toriko's right arm has reached its limit, but he still continues to attack Toriko. So, Toriko decides to put all his strength into his left arm. When he is about to shoot a laser beam to finish Toriko, he immediately thrusts into his mouth, and unleashes a series of 5 consecutive punches, causing his head to explode. But both of Toriko's arms are completely exhausted. Surprisingly, he still doesn't give up, continuing to attack Toriko. Mansam realizes he's trying to self-destruct, so he activates the arena's laser to stop him. Thanks to that, the GT Robo has been defeated, but his control error continues to escape. So, Mansam immediately calls out his pet to catch him, and it managed to destroy the control core of the robot's operator. It turns out his pet is a level 35 flying tiger. On the Bishakukai side, this person is going crazy, because he was defeated by Toriko, but their main goal is still to find the regal mammoth. On Toriko's side, they realize the mother battle wolf has died. But even in death, it stands tall like a lord. Seeing the cub battle wolf has lost its mother, Toriko decides to adopt it, thanks to the cub battle wolf giving Toriko a piece of meat, as a thank you gesture, surprising Mansam, because the battle wolf is an independent creature, but still obedient to Toriko, so, he decides to name it Terry. By evening, Mansam has prepared a grand feast, to treat Toriko's group to a delicious meal. It turns out that this feast consists of dishes from Mansam's full course menu, surprising Komatsu, because each dish has wine. While everyone is having a good time, Toriko notices Terry sitting still. Mansam says that battle wolves are not friendly to humans, but it actively follows and protects Toriko. So, Toriko is also happy, because Terry has become his companion. Suddenly, Mansam suddenly remembers that he forgot about finding the regal mammoth, and that GT Robo caused chaos here, just to keep them occupied, to catch the regal mammoth. At this point, Rin assures everyone to relax, because her older brother had started to take action, and he has already caught the regal mammoth ahead of them, while Sunny is bringing back a gigantic regal mammoth. The next day, Toriko and Mansam are still eating, waiting for Sunny to bring the regal mammoth here. Suddenly, they see Sunny, surprising Komatsu, because the regal mammoth is too enormous. Suddenly, Tina notices Sunny is carrying the enormous regal mammoth with just one hand. Surprisingly, a level 15 group of beasts appears, blocking Sunny's path. It turns out they want to claim the regal mammoth for themselves, but as they approach Sunny, they are all defeated, leaving Komatsu puzzled. Why were they defeated without Sunny even touching them? Suddenly, Sunny throws the regal mammoth towards them. Luckily, Mansam catches it in time. It turns out to be his way of greeting, surprising everyone, because this peculiar youth is one of the 4 heavenly kings. Sunny notices Toriko's gourmet cells have developed significantly, and seeing Rin's thighs getting bigger, he blames her for eating too many sweets. Rin turns out to be Sunny's younger sister, leaving Komatsu in disbelief. They're really siblings? At this point, Mansam informs everyone, the regal mammoth that Sunny captured turned out to be just a lost small one. So, the mother regal mammoth must still be out there, surprising everyone. They didn't expect the enormous regal mammoth to be just a small one. So, he urges them to hurry and find the mother regal mammoth, before the Bishakukai discovers it. On the side of the Bishakukai organization at this moment, Chef Vice Starjan has returned. He came to monitor the plan to find the regal mammoth, while the Bishakukai sent 3 GT Robos on this mission. When Starjan learns that one GT Robo has been defeated by Toriko, he decides to take action personally. While Toriko's group starts searching for the regal mammoth, they come across a field of black grass, exciting Toriko. At this point, Sunny begins to notice Komatsu. Due to his unattractive appearance, Sunny doesn't pay much attention to him, and he introduces his full-course menu to everyone, surprising Tina, because all the dishes are meant to enhance skin beauty. Meanwhile, Toriko is eating black grass. Suddenly, Rin discovers a mayonnaise tree. So, Toriko sprays it on the black grass to try it. Surprisingly, it makes the black grass taste even better. Toriko then takes out a seasoning glove. Komatsu realizes it's a spice-making device. So, Toriko gives it to Komatsu as a gift. Because he is a chef, it turns out that this machine is a new research product of IGO. But Toriko had stolen it. At this point, Toriko realizes that Terry is still on guard. Thus, they realize there are many dangers nearby. It turns out that the IGO's territories are categorized by danger level, and Biotope 1 is the most dangerous, classified as level A. Suddenly, Terry alerts them. A group of giant golems level 27 appears. So, Toriko decides to deal with them alongside Sunny. Surprisingly, Sunny doesn't want to get involved, because these golems are too ugly. So, they start attacking Toriko. Toriko uses the 5 times nail punch technique against them, but Toriko's arm has not fully recovered yet. Thus, he can't continue the fight. Fortunately, Terry comes to support Toriko. Rin also comes to help him, but she mistakenly uses a stimulating combat scent, making the golem go berserk. So, Sunny takes care of it. It turns out he noticed that the golem's shell is crafted into beautiful objects, leaving Rin disappointed. Thinking he wanted to save her, when it continues to attack Sunny, he immediately knocks it away. Toriko wonders, how far is your attack range? Sunny replies, about 25 meters, leaving the whole group surprised. It turns out Sunny's power is controlling his hair, and inside each hair strand of his are 1,000 super small strands. Each strand of Sunny's hair can withstand 250 kilograms, which is why he can lift the regal mammoth with one hand. His hair strands even function like a sensor system, helping him sense everything around. Suddenly, the golem continues to attack Sunny. So, Sunny immediately created a net to restrain it, and he immediately threw the rock back at it. He bound the golem again, making it unable to move, and easily defeats it. Komatsu is surprised by the power of one of the 4 heavenly kings, Sunny. Meanwhile, Mansam receives a notification that another GT Robo has infiltrated the Biotope 1. On Toriko's team, they have defeated all the golems. Suddenly, one golem is still running towards them. It immediately kicked them, making them fly away, as Komatsu is falling. Sunny manages to catch him just in time. Sunny and Komatsu find themselves in a mushroom forest, making Komatsu very excited because there are many rare mushrooms there. Suddenly, he catches a octopus sauce. Sunny finds it disgusting, because the octopus looks ugly. On Toriko's side, they are being chased by a level 19 beast. However, Rin feels happy to be close to Toriko, so he threw it away. Unexpectedly, another group of beasts appeared. Rin immediately used sleep-inducing gas to attack them. Suddenly, another bird appeared. Toriko kicked it away. At this point, they realized they needed to leave quickly. On Tina's side, it was only her and Terry. She didn't know how to communicate with Terry. Suddenly, Terry spotted a GT Robo, prompting it to immediately go into defense mode. Tina recognized it as the GT Robo from the puffer whale area. So, Terry grabbed Tina and ran. On Toriko's side, they were surrounded by a horde of beasts. Toriko then told Rin to shoot the fragrance on him, to stimulate his instinct for combat and threaten them. So, Rin immediately shot the fragrance on Toriko. Unexpectedly, this exposed his wild nature, causing the horde of beasts to flee in fear. Fortunately, Toriko still had control over his rational mind. Suddenly, they saw a level 28 Obsaurus, and it only recognized the strong as its masters. Toriko realized that a GT Robo had ordered it to block their way. On Komatsu's side, he was preparing food, surprising Sunny with his cooking abilities. So, he also caught a larger octopus for Komatsu. On Tina's side, she recognized that the GT Robo was powerful. It could instill fear in Terry. So, Terry began searching for Toriko. At this moment, Mansam realized the regal mammoth mother was searching for its child. When this GT Robo was very confident in its strength, unexpectedly, it was crushed by a gigantic foot. It turned out to be the foot of the regal mammoth mother. On Toriko's side, he was battling the Obsaurus, but because he was still injured, he didn't have enough strength to defeat it immediately. At this point, he told Rin to shoot the fragrance on him again. Although he knew it was very dangerous to do so, Rin had to obey Toriko's command. While Sunny and Komatsu were searching for everyone, he realized that Sunny was only interested in beautiful things. At this moment, they arrived at a swamp, seeing monsters continuously attacking each other, making Komatsu frightened. Unexpectedly, Sunny can fly, and even pulled Komatsu along. It turns out he used his hair to move on the swamp. Suddenly, he noticed that the horde of beasts had all been eliminated, and he realized that the one responsible for this was the Bishakukai, because they were looking for rare ingredients to upgrade their gourmet cells. So, Sunny told Komatsu, gourmet cells have their origin from a type of jellyfish deep in the ocean. When implanted into the human body, it would give them extraordinary strength. If they ate more delicious dishes, their gourmet cells would continuously develop. At this point, Komatsu understood why Toriko was so strong. But if the implantation failed, humans would be engulfed by the gourmet cells. On Toriko's side, he has unleashed his power. Realizing that Toriko is about to lose his rationality, Rin quickly shot a relaxing fragrance for Toriko. Unexpectedly, Toriko's strength frightened the Obsaurus. So, it chose Toriko as its new master. They continued together to search for the regal mammoth. At this time, Toriko and Rin are riding the Obsaurus to a place called Devil Athletics, and this path is very dangerous. Suddenly, he encountered a level 13 frog, but Toriko easily overcame it. On Komatsu and Sunny's side, they encountered a candy tree. So, Komatsu took some candy and put it in a handkerchief to create flavor, and sprinkled it on mushrooms for Sunny to taste. Unexpectedly, its taste was very delicious. On Toriko's side, they encountered another level 22 beast. So, he fought against it, but Toriko ran out of strength. Fortunately, Rin helped him defeat it. At this point, Sunny noticed that Komatsu was very concerned about Toriko. Suddenly, he fell. They suddenly realized these were the footprints of a giant beast, but it turned out to be the footprints of a GT Robo. Although he saw his teammates being crushed to the ground, he continued to strike his teammate once again. On Terry's side, it was running very fast to find Toriko. On Toriko's side, he was battling another level 30 monster. Unexpectedly, it had the ability to create illusions, making Toriko unable to see it. Fortunately, the Obsaurus helped him, thinking the Obsaurus would be cool. Unexpectedly, it was put to sleep by a bird and fell down the mountain. At this point, Rin used a refreshing scent on Toriko, helping him sense where the bird was. But Toriko discovered, the bird's movement technique could create afterimages, making him unable to hit it. Despite continuous attacks, Toriko kept standing up. Fortunately, Terry appeared in time, and defeated the bird, making Toriko very happy. Before Tina could inform Toriko about the GT Robo, the bald-headed bird has awakened, but it didn't dare to attack Toriko's group anymore, because it feared the battle wolf. Thanks to Terry's sharp senses, Toriko's group was able to overcome Devil Athletics, without encountering danger anymore. Suddenly, Terry also sensed, the GT Robo controlled by Starjan is approaching. So, Terry decides to go back and stop him. Toriko realizes that Terry wants to help him move forward. Thus, they decide to continue. On Sunny and Komatsu's side, they have reached a mountain called Regal Wall. When Komatsu learns that this mountain is 3,000 meters high, it makes him fearful. But Sunny decides to pull Komatsu up this mountain, because the Regal Mammoth is here. At this moment, the GT Robo continues to attack the Regal Mammoth, but he can't harm it. It can even use its trunk to consume all the creatures around, and spit out white bones. Suddenly, the GT Robo realizes that the Regal Mammoth is looking for something. Unexpectedly, it jumps down below, while Sunny is taking Komatsu up the mountain. Unexpectedly, something large falls from the sky. Sunny immediately realizes that it is the Regal Mammoth, surprising him. At this moment, Toriko's group also runs to the mountain's base. They immediately see the Regal Mammoth falling, so they run towards it as well, while Sunny and Komatsu are unsure of what to do. Sunny sees a group of monsters inside the mountain. Unexpectedly, these creatures become angry, and charge out to attack Sunny, so, he quickly pulls Komatsu and runs away. At this point, both groups have spotted each other. Thus, Toriko came up with a plan. He immediately cuts a piece of the ground below and creates a hole, so, they all run into it together. The Regal Mammoth falls down, but it remains unharmed, because the Regal Mammoth is level 48. Thanks to Toriko's hole, they are still safe. Fortunately, Sunny creates a net to help stop the Regal Mammoth. Toriko and Sunny realize that this Regal Mammoth is too large, exceeding the size of the captured Regal Mammoth by Sunny. On Mansam's side, he is still studying the captured Regal Mammoth, trying to find the location of the jewel meat inside its body. Suddenly, these monsters continue to appear. Turns out they can roll up their bodies, to avoid the falling impact of the Regal Mammoth. Thus, they immediately attack the whole group. Toriko and Sunny try to stop them. Unexpectedly, their bodies are very tough, so, the attacks of both Toriko and Sunny are ineffective. Fortunately, Coco appears in time, and uses his poison to incapacitate these monsters, making Komatsu very happy. Tina is excited, because there are 3 members of the 4 Heavenly Kings here, while Sunny doesn't like Coco, thinking that his poison is not beautiful. Unexpectedly, the Regal Mammoth cries out. It turns out Coco poisoned the Regal Mammoth, causing it to be paralyzed. Suddenly, Coco discovers that someone has infiltrated the body of the Regal Mammoth. Sunny realizes that his purpose is the jewel meat inside. When they mention jewel meat, Komatsu gets excited, because it is an extremely rare type of meat. While they are about to enter the Regal Mammoth, the giant GT Robo appears, so, they realize they need to defeat him first. Coco decides to fight him, to allow Toriko's group to enter the Regal Mammoth. So, Toriko's group leaves. Coco then releases his poison, to battle the GT Robo. On Starjan's side, Terry is blocking him. At this moment, Toriko's group didn't know how to enter the Regal Mammoth's body. Unexpectedly, they are sucked inside. Suddenly, Coco sees Grim Reaper-like figures around them, making him worried. So, Coco is immediately attacked by the GT Robo. Unexpectedly, he remains unharmed, because Coco has a toxic armor protecting his body. At this point, the entire group has entered the mouth of the Regal Mammoth, but they realize they are standing on its teeth. Unexpectedly, it immediately closes its mouth. Fortunately, Toriko and Sunny manage to stop it. allowing the group to escape in time. However, they fall into the stomach of the regal mammoth. On Coco's side, he is being attacked by the GT Robo. Unexpectedly, Coco manages to dodge, and begins to counterattack against him. But Coco realizes that his armor is very tough. On Toriko's side, they have fallen into the stomach. Suddenly, he discovers another GT Robo is present. He says that the regal mammoth's body is like a maze, making him unable to find a way out. Thus, Sunny decides to stay and fight this one, to allow Toriko's group to search for the jewel meat. It turns out Sunny manages to trap him, so he can't move. At this point, Sunny realizes he is the one who destroyed the monsters in the swamp, making him angry. Thus, he attacks Sunny, but Sunny easily blocks the attack, and he decides to unleash his gourmet cells. On Terry's side, he is still trying to block Starjan, but Terry senses that this guy is very dangerous, so he immediately retreats backward. Knowing that he is looking for Toriko, Terry immediately launched an attack, but is blocked by his Obsaurus. On Toriko's group's side, they are searching for jewel meat. Komatsu realizes that Toriko is exhausted, because he hasn't eaten anything yet. At this point, Tina is also very tired and hungry. On Coco's side, he has identified his weakness at the head. When he continues to attack Coco, he immediately targets the inside of his head, but he caught Coco when he thought he would win, because the robot is immune to poison. Unexpectedly, he unleashed his gourmet cells. On Sunny's side, suddenly, he runs away. Turns out he has moved out of Sunny's attack range, so he shoots laser beams at him. Sunny uses his hair to block it, while Coco releases toxic gas. At this point, he thinks the poison will be ineffective against him, but unexpectedly, the internal circuits are destroyed, so he uses the laser beam to attack Coco, and blows away his poison, making him very happy, thinking he has won. When he is about to finish off Coco, unexpectedly, he missed his shot, and the GT Robo starts losing control. It turns out Coco has disabled his antenna, disabling the remote control of the Robo, so he can no longer control the Robo. It turns out he had planned everything from the beginning, thus, the GT Robo is destroyed. But Coco is completely exhausted. Suddenly, he sees a black GT Robo approaching. However, he doesn't care about Coco, because his goal is the jewel meat. Unexpectedly, he directly crawls into the stomach of the regal mammoth, making Coco feel the Grim Reaper has found Toriko's group. On Toriko's side, they are still searching for the jewel meat. Suddenly, he sees an orange tree. When Komatsu is about to prepare food, Toriko says they don't have time anymore, because the regal mammoth's stomach acid will digest them. Suddenly, Toriko senses that the black GT Robo has also arrived here, while Sunny is fighting the blue GT Robo, but he always keeps a distance from him because he knows it's Sunny's weakness. Suddenly, he sits down and shows off his collection, making Sunny surprised, because inside are the eyes of monsters. It turns out his hobby is collecting eyes. Suddenly, a level 25 monster appears. Turns out it's his pet. So, the monster immediately attacks Sunny, but Sunny manages to block it, because he knows Sunny's maximum attack range is only 20 meters, making him very amused playing with him. Unexpectedly, Sunny decides not to fight anymore, and turns to provoke the GT Robo, making him angry and attacking Sunny. At this point, Sunny continuously lets him strike, making him enjoy it very much, but unexpectedly, his arm is damaged. Turns out Sunny has taken control of him. Even his pet is afraid to attack Sunny, so he reveals his own strength, and strikes him with a powerful blow, making him start to worry and run away. Unexpectedly, Sunny has inserted his hair into his control unit. Turns out, since the beginning of the battle, Sunny has been nibbling on his control unit, so he was defeated by Sunny. He thought he would get some rest. Unexpectedly, he was pushed outside by the regal mammoth. Fortunately, Coco told Kiss to catch Sunny in time. At this point, both of them are exhausted, but Coco realizes the most challenging opponent is the black GT Robo. Despite this, Sunny still believes in Toriko. He is sure Toriko will obtain the jewel meat. At this moment, Toriko's group is getting close to the jewel meat, making them very happy. Suddenly, Toriko saw the black GT Robo, so he immediately unleashed his power and attacked him. Unexpectedly, with just one punch, he retaliated and knocked Toriko out, leaving him unconscious. Rin also immediately attacked him, but she too was easily defeated by him, causing fear in Komatsu and Tina. Inside Toriko at this moment, he saw the red demon devouring him. He said, "Your time is 5 minutes. Immediately find something really delicious to eat." Hearing Komatsu's scream, Toriko woke up. It turned out Rin was trying to help Toriko alleviate the pain. and the smoke would help the entire group escape. Suddenly, Tina ran away. She wanted to find Sunny to help Toriko. At this moment, Starjin noticed Komatsu. Unexpectedly, Toriko confronted him, and Toriko immediately defeated him. Seeing Rin injured, Toriko got worried. Rin then asked Toriko, "Please kiss me once." Toriko's kiss made Rin very happy. While Starjin returned, suddenly, he sensed something. The strength of Toriko is increasing. So, Toriko immediately attacked him, surprising him, and continued to strike him once again. At this point, Toriko was very angry, because he dared to harm Rin. But Starjin could still stand up. He realized Toriko had used autophagy. Autophagy is when a creature is hungry. Cells will self-destruct to provide energy. But for someone with gourmet cells, this is like them eating themselves. And this is also a sign of the imminent evolution of gourmet cells. So, Toriko continued to attack Starjin. At this point, Toriko's strength had increased significantly. But Starjin could still stand up. He said, "This GT Robo can't unleash all my power." But he realized, the current state of Toriko cannot be maintained for long. By that time, Toriko is sure to lose. So, he immediately attacks Toriko. But Toriko still counterattacks him. At this point, he plans to use the 7 times nail punch. Suddenly, Toriko ran out of strength. So, he shoots Lays to finish off Toriko. He even shoots through Toriko's flesh and the regal mammoth. Outside, Coco also senses that Toriko and the others are in danger, but he no longer has the strength to go help them. At this moment, Tina sees Toriko unconscious, making her unsure of what to do. Suddenly, Tina saw something sparkling, and it was dripping water. So, Tina immediately took that water and gave it to Toriko to drink. Unexpectedly, it helped him regain consciousness. Toriko realized that it was jewel meat, so he immediately approached it, making Toriko's mouth water because jewel meat exuded a very special aroma. Toriko then cut a piece and ate it. Unexpectedly, it made Toriko cry because the meat was delicious. It was so irresistible to him, and it helped Toriko's strength to recover. While Starjin was conversing with Komatsu, he realizes he's dealing with a chef. While he was about to take his knife, Komatsu immediately stopped him, because the knife is like the lifeline of a chef. So, he forced him to return it. Despite the threat of having his gourmet cells released, Komatsu remained determined. Luckily, Toriko returned, making Komatsu happy. At this point, he realizes Toriko's gourmet cells have evolved, making him very intrigued. So, Starjin ordered his subordinate to deactivate the pain reduction mode of the robot. Although he knows doing so, when hit by Toriko, he will feel pain, Starjin still does it. To have a fair fight with Toriko, Toriko asked, "What's your name?" "I am called Starjin." Toriko immediately unleashed his power. Starjin immediately attacked him, but Toriko was unharmed, and immediately cut off his arm. At this point, Starjin was completely overwhelmed by Toriko. He realized he was no longer Toriko's match. He asked, "Is jewel meat tasty? One day, I will meet you again, and next time, it will be my real body." So, Toriko unleashed the 10 times nail punch, immediately sending him flying and destroying him. Finally, Toriko emerged victorious, making Komatsu very happy. Suddenly, Toriko discovered that Rin was still alive, making him joyful, and it was time for them to take jewel meat away. Outside, Coco realized that everyone was safe. Suddenly, the regal mammoth pushed Toriko's group out. Seeing the jewel meat, Sunny became delighted. So, he immediately caught it. At this moment, Sunny noticed that Rin was injured. So, he used his hair to heal her. It turns out that Sunny was performing surgery on her. Suddenly, Coco noticed Toriko's gourmet cells have evolved. At this moment, Terry has also safely returned with Obsaurus. On Igo's side, the regal mammoth has been brought here, thinking that the mother regal mammoth would be happy. Unexpectedly, it is still angry and attacks Toriko's group. So they quickly grab the jewel meat and run away. At this moment, Rin has awakened, surprising Igo's staff because she is consuming some kind of high-class food. This helps Rin's cells to evolve. However, they don't know that it's thanks to Toriko's kiss. Just seeing Toriko makes Rin very happy. By evening, finally, the whole group gets to eat the jewel meat, making them very happy. Unexpectedly, as Komatsu cuts the meat juice flows out, and its taste is exquisite and luxurious, making everyone's bodies sparkle. At this moment, Komatsu comes up with a way to enhance the flavor of the jewel meat. He immediately uses the collected flavors. Surprisingly, it makes Toriko's body even more radiant because it's too delicious. When Toriko decides to include jewel meat in his full course menu, unexpectedly, Sunny is the one who sparkles the most. and he immediately stops Toriko, because he also wants to include jewel meat in his full-course menu. So, both of them start arguing, because they don't want to choose the same dish for their full-course menu. The video ends here. In the next part, we will see Toriko's adventure and battles in the ice hell, and the fight against the Bishokukai organization. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, to support Oni-chan in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, much love.